the piece, as did the Whitlam government, as did the Howard government. Now,
the Howard government
had lost half a dozen ministers by this point.
What the Rudd government hit the ground running with was a whole lot of gestures, symbolic gestures, but in terms of substantial policy measures, other than repealing work choices, which is one big exception to what I'm saying. What are the specific policy measures? Setting up fuel watch, that won't make a blind bit of difference. Right. Removing the tax on alco-pops, these are not the grand historical changes for which people elect a new government.
All right. Anthony, I'm going to bring you in a moment, but we have an email that sort of follows up on that question. It comes from Christian Hayes in Brisbane. Where is Kevin Rudd's leadership and ability to make tough decisions when policy is contracted out to over 135 committees? That does seem to be the sense, that a lot of policy is in waiting.
No, not at all. We have absolutely hit the ground running. This is the first government that I can recall in a long time that's gone about implementing each and every one of our promises. We do have a narrative, creating a stronger, fairer Australia, looking towards the long term.
Well, if you look at
what it means, if you look at what it means, day one, ministerial swearing in, Kevin Rudd ratifies Kyoto. What does that mean? That means we're engaging with the global community on the most important challenge of climate change.
It didn't change emissions.
Specific policies out there. We're introducing an emissions trading scheme. We're introducing a 20% renewable energy target. We've had a budget process whereby, after being left a 16-year high in inflation, we fulfilled all of our commitments plus delivered a $22 billion surplus. We're delivering on skills. There are computers in schools right now as a result of our policies.
Most of which haven't been hooked up yet because the policy was not thought through properly.
Day one of Parliament.
Hold on.
We gave an apology. You can say that's about justice.
We'll come back to you both in a second. We've got a video question on a similar point. It's just arrived.
I don't understand how people think that we can accept that you guys are going to do this infrastructure and make correct decisions when we can't get a ticketing system in Sydney for the public transport trains to work right now, let alone a $40 billion very fast train. It's quite incredible to suggest that, I think.
Well, which is, look, I understand that there's a lot of cynicism out there, which is why you don't go on a show and say, we're going to build a very fast train and we'll let you know the details later. What we say is...
Isn't that what you just did?
No. No.
Part of you say yes.
No. I said we have a structure that is looking at...
You're breaking this promise you announced on the show 5 minutes ago already.
That's looking at... No, it's very important. It's looking at infrastructure projects, whether they be road, rail, ports, broadband, all of this. We've put our money where our mouth is in terms of $20 billion in this fund. We've said that
you might have to go back and look at the transcript, but I think you said yes.
That we would look at projects like that, and they are being looked at by Infrastructure Australia.
There'll probably be a committee. This sounds very Rudd government, I must say, Anthony.
Perhaps there should be a committee. Anyway, you're watching Q&A.